Well, hello there. Welcome back to the lands of Aecathan. No professionals, no fancy tech, just a group of women playing an all-original game of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Jeff, your game master, and here's the lengthy recap of what happened last time. Over a late breakfast, the four sorted out who would be overseeing which clan during the mass removal of the Thuilnu's influence. Right before the big event, Bo linked the group through the magic of his telepathic bond, and everyone dispersed to their assigned clan halls. Arabelle went to the Temple of Phahros, where she placed herself before the altar, accompanied by Aralahkis, the local high priestess. When everyone reported being ready, Arabelle used her newly acquired power as Hand of Terrora and cast Remove Anomaly, which was then dispersed across the entirety of Balinamard, affecting all within its boundaries, save for the Orcs, who were safely ensconced in Athgar's magnificent mansion. The clanspeople reacted largely as predicted, and while it was difficult, the assembled heroes, clan leaders, clerics, and paladins were able to keep everyone safe as they began the lengthy process of recovery. After casting the spell, Arabelle lost consciousness. And although both Priestess Ravakis and eventually Athgarr attempted healing magic, their spells were seemingly absorbed into Arabelle's body instead of affecting her normally. Upon eventually awakening, Arabelle was coherent but exhausted and retreated to Tasha's mansion to rest, carried by one of Bo's summoned air elementals. The rest of the group entered Athgar's mansion to check on the Orcs and their minders, Sir Marlene and Ser Spikespire. An intense discussion ensued about what to do with the Orcs now that the city has been restored to its collective right mind. One thought was to recruit them to help fight the Joggervanans. Mar, the Orcish farmer who had already been freed from both the Thuilnu's influence and the chromatic dragons, came and talked with the group about the future of the rest of his kin, and the heroes discovered Mar's very passionate opposition to the idea of slavery. The following morning, Tasha received a visitation from a planar being sent by Dressfiend to advise her on the best avenue to take regarding the Orcs. Arabelle was also granted a vision from her goddess on the same subject. Athgarr got a frantic sending from Sten, Aralahkis' assistant, stating that Lord Tremane was on his deathbed and Aralahkis was nowhere to be found. After hastily letting everyone know what was happening, Athgarr teleported away to Thunder's Edge. And that is where we pick up.
I'd forgotten about that part. Right.
Then now we have one less person who can cast the mansion.
Right.
But weren't we gonna... Oh, we need to leave the...
Let me see what our last thoughts, plans for us were.
Well, we need to do something with the Orcs.
Yes.
Oh,
Maybe
that was the gate thing, right?
Arabelle did not tell us about your prey, and Tasha, did you tell us about your what they said?
I don't remember.
So I think we both had visions, I think, of them being army-like.
Arabelle, Aecathan army uniforms drilling on sand, not as many. And then I didn't write down what Tasha ended up saying. I have perfect elven man, feathered white wings. I took down the important stuff.
He basically said that we had a decent idea already.
Right.
That we should let them make choices for themselves.
If they wanted to fight.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're not all going to want to do the same thing.
Right. Basically said treat them like any other group of individuals, knowing that some are going to be good and some are going to be bad, and
some are going to be neutral. The neutral ones are the ones where we've got to figure out where they're going.
Right. Before the whole Thunder's Edge thing, I think we had thought we could do the reverse anomaly and, right, we're going to do them one at a time-ish. Well, in pockets with us, right? And then set up the mansion in secure rooms. So if they're not good, then they're not wandering free.
Yes.
With Mar, right?
Yes.
Yes.
God bless America.
But obviously we now have
More issues. Because we can't ever have less issues.
That would be an off day for us.
I'm looking forward to that off day. Which sounds like a day off.
So we have some of the people from the sanctum that we brought with us that we should be able to teach the spell how to, well, they need to pray for it if they're divine, but they should be able to also get reverse anomaly.
They are all divine casters.
Right. So, and then some of us can cast it, so we can set up kind of, well, if we do them all with Mar, like, how long is this going to take?
The only problem with splitting them up is if something goes bad with all the acolytes, there's not going to be enough people in there to
just take out one orc to subdue one orc. I think we can subdue one orc.
We can, absolutely. I'm saying, like, if we do one and an acolyte does one and another acolyte does one.
No, I was thinking we would each be in a room with somebody who could also cast it.
Oh, I am going to do a history roll to remember if that is something. Can we take an orc by ourselves? Ugh. Shitty. Shitty.
Well, you could Misty step out of the room, right? Or do you have to be able to see?
What about can I take somebody with me? I can't even remember if I Misty step with someone.
I don't think so.
You can just, like, shove the acolyte out before you talk to the orc. I don't know. All right. So if we do 2-on-1, if there's two of us in a room with an orc.
13 was what I got for history.
Like,
all you have to go on in terms of measuring the strength of the orcs is when you fought them on board that ship.
I personally cannot remember. Would Zorith remember that?
You remember it was a challenging battle, but it was also quite some time ago. You were significantly less powerful than you are now.
And there were a bunch of them.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like Misty Step is just on yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we do two of us and an orc, that should be enough, right?
Yeah, that should be
at least subdue. And I mean, if the door locks, we just have to subdue them enough to get out of the room if necessary.
Conk him on the head.
All right, I'm in.
All right. So there's 40-some orcs.
Oof. This could take a while.
I don't even know if we're going to have the ability to do it. Do we even have enough through all the acolytes and stuff? How many times can everybody do it?
I can cast it a bunch. Like 8 times a day? Let me see.
It's a 4th level spell.
Mm-hmm. So I can cast it 3 times in 4th. And then I can cast it 2 times in 5th. So that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then once in 6th. And once in 7th. And once in 8th. So that's 8 times.
I can cast it 7 times.
And I can
Who
cast
was that?
it twice.
Sorry.
That was Vines.
And I can't cast it at all, but I can knock out some stupid orc who tries to get in your face.
All right, I forgot we got Vines in.
We appreciate you.
Arabelle said twice.
Yeah. Can you cast it, Gwen?
I cannot.
Okay.
I can detect if they've been influenced, but that's not the question.
Right. Okay.
Well,
Then we
wait,
can split up
You can
3
only
and
cast
3.
it twice?
Yeah, I only have 4th level spells.
Oh, sorry.
Because I'm a paladin, not a full caster.
Fair.
I'm only a half caster.
But you're a whole Arabelle.
That's right. So we could split up 3 and 3 then into
Okay.
2 rooms.
So that's 17. Do we check the acolytes? Let's check with the acolytes because
Yeah,
It'd be faster if we could do 3 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Tasha in 1. Vines. By me and an acolyte.
Sure.
Okay. And then
I know
we have
somebody has got it. Father Dilbus?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure
Yeah, we could.
Father
Oh, he
Dilbus
might
can
be.
cast
Yeah, that would probably be better than acolytes anyway.
Father
Mhm.
Dilbus and an acolyte. So 4 rooms. Are there enough to split us up in 4?
Or
I think so.
if we do me and Father Dilbus. Then we can keep the acolytes out of the orc fight.
Okay.
What, you're worried about some alkalites? Oh, come on.
Well,
I mean, I could be with anybody if Father.
they do look a little bit on the green side.
All right.
All right, so we have Tasha in a room, Vines in a room, Father Dilbus in a room.
And somebody backing up each of us, right?
Right. So then we have
Okay.
Bo, Zori, Gwen, and me. Actually, we've got 4 left, right?
I'll back up the druid. We shapeshifters gotta stick together.
All right, so we have Vines and Bo. And then that still leaves... Yeah, so Zori... There'll be 3 of us in one room if we have Father Dilbus, so...
Just tell me where to go.
I guess you go with me.
Sounds good.
All right, and Zori, you can hang out with me and Father Dilbus.
Perfect.
All right, so he's a high-level cleric, so he can probably do it at least the same as Tasha and Vines, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would let us do almost half of them, and what do you think?
Well, keep in mind, too, that you
Like an
need
hour.
to remove anomaly twice
Oh, that's
on
right.
each orc.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I can come in with Vines and Bow and do 1, at least that way he'd have an 8, right? Because he can do 7.
Mhm.
So if I do 1, that'll give 8. And then, so that's about 12. So
And
a
we've
quarter
got
of them, 48-ish.
47, because you've already done Mar.
So that's like 4 days to do them all.
Mhm. That's if nothing happens in any of those days.
Cross my fingers.
Yeah, depending on what you have to do to subdue them.
And, just out of curiosity, where are we putting them? Because
How many?
Athgar's gone. And they're in his mansion right now.
We'll have to switch them to
My
Tasha's
mansion.
mansion.
Yep.
We
And
can
that
have
means-
the Valinamard guy cast one to put all of them in, and then we can, yeah, because they have to keep doing their fighting thing, right?
Oh, you mean the
Yes.
alchemist?
Yeah.
That weird little gnome. Right.
Maybe we can take him in and show him what Athgarr set up so he could recreate that. And Tasha can do the one with the locking rooms.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to call the alchemist gnome right now so he can see what they're doing? Wait.
What?
The alchemist gnome knows about the orcs already.
Yeah. Okay, so I will reconfigure my mansion.
This is the start of the new day?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Don't forget, Tasha, to leave yourself a spell for casting the mansion.
Well, I can use my one reverse anomaly to make yours even too.
Oh, that's my 7th level spell. Boo. Okay. So that means I have 7.
So I'll use my 2 to even out yours and mine's.
Okay, so I will cast Magnificent Mansion, and I will reconfigure. So we've got 3 rooms, right?
I would do 12.
Okay, 12 locking rooms.
Yeah, because we'll have 12 orcs during the day, and if they're all bad, then...
Okay. So 12 rooms that lock and that are sturdy.
So, just out of curiosity, what are we going to do if we find out they're bad?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that. Subdue versus take care of?
Well, we have a bag of holding.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we could. Oh, no. No,
That's
wait.
for 10
Never
minutes.
mind.
That's for 10.
An orc dead body portable hole, is that what?
One of the things
I like
that...
where this is going.
Wait.
They could... I think we're
Wait.
turning them over to the army for rehabilitation.
Wait.
Sure, yeah, jail.
Wait. One of the... I remember part of my vision, or whatever that was if they are bad, we put them in prison,
Right.
and then they have the chance to rehabilitate themselves.
Right. So, if you can subdue them without killing them, that's
All
the
right.
preference.
You're taking
And then
all
we'll-
the fun out of me day.
Then we have 12 orcs and yeah. So while they're subdued, I guess we have to put them in one bigger room. I don't know.
Do you make a room with a jail cell in it? I mean, like,
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
One room jail
Maybe
cell.
we should find out if the fine folks of Belinamod have facilities for such things.
I really don't want to parade them through the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this whole
Yeah, they've been
thing that we're doing
traumatized
is-
enough.
Could you... All right, so, okay, hold on. I have a different idea
Okay.
on the rooms. So we're going to have 3 rooms. Can you
Right.
make, like where they have a door from a hall, but, like, the back they go into, like, there's another door that goes into, like, the jail? You know what I mean? Like, it's in the center, and then the other rooms are around it. So we could put the subdued ones, we don't have to take them back out in the hall. We could just open the second door in the room and, like, put them in a center room. That way if there's bad ones, they're all together, so we can gate them to the prison.
So basically, you enter the room, and there are 2 doors for exiting. One of them goes to the good place,
And one of them goes
doesn't.
to bad place.
But that way they're...
Okay, so on the
I
first...
volunteered to put the fire elementals in the bad place.
No.
Hey, are you going to be okay with this? Like, legit, Bo?
I'll do whatever you decide. I just think if we find out they're completely irredeemable, and I can't even believe I'm thinking that they could be, but if you find out that they're completely not redeemable, I still say the best thing to do is put them in the dirt, put them in the ground.
I hear what you're saying, but my goddess thinks differently.
Well, she's not going to be the ones watching them. That's all I'm saying.
And there might be some that are so outraged that when you're trying to subdue them, there's no other way, but that should not be our default.
Yes. We have to be ready in case they are not willing to be put somewhere else. I get that.
When it comes to Orcs, I'm always ready.
Yes, dear.
But it was a good question.
Yeah. Okay. So I am reconfiguring the mansion because I haven't done it yet. And it's going to be right next to the mansion that they're in right now. So they don't have to go real far. And I'm going to set up the first floor so that there's a main big room that's very fortified.
Okay,
With
you've basically got 50 10 by 10 by 10 cubes that you can position.
I'm going to position this room in the center of the first floor. And there's going to be you said 50 10 by 10?
Yes.
You need to have them a hallway because orcs are going to come in and half the orcs potentially are going to come back out, or 0 orcs are coming back out.
I don't know what you're saying.
We're about to take out of 47 orcs, we're about to take 12 of them and abscond with them. And then the next day it's going to be another half. So we need to figure out what we're saying or what we're...
All right, we can take 3 at a time.
Why don't we just say that some of them have been selected for special training?
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
You show such promise.
Yes.
We will be sending you on to specific different trainings.
Yep. And they're not that bright. So we're just going to say, you, good fighting. Come with me for extra training.
Yes, that. All right. So what's a room big enough for 12 orcs? Just in case.
Like 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like a rectangle behind each of the 3 rooms?
Yes.
Is that enough, Jeff?
No, it's going to be one big room, right?
No.
I'm so confused.
Here, hold on.
I'm trying to draw it.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
was
Nikki.
the other thing. Huh?
Yeah, you can draw it. So you have to come in and then go to...
Architecture is hard.
I'm a bard, not an architect.
This is what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. So
That's what I was thinking.
So is there a big room behind the 3 rooms?
Right, and so you walk into the room and there's a room in the back.
Okay. So and there's like a hallway in between, or no?
No, it's
in the
just
front.
straight.
There's a hallway in the front.
Yeah, there's a hallway in the front.
Okay.
Because you're going to have to figure out where the entrance, like, where do you enter this space?
But like if you came in and then there was like a room off to the one side where we can put the good orcs if they don't have to go to the bad place. Maybe with some food and things to enter, and
Okay.
and then
All right,
a
so
room. You have a good room, and then you go down, and then it opens into the 3 rooms, and then the room in the back.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So I do that. I do that.
Okay.
That's how I configure it.
And then there's in the main room, she's still configuring some kind of keeping them busyness. Right?
Yes.
Because we've got to keep them busy while we're
Correct.
Why would we bring all of them at once, though?
Yeah,
not?
we're
Well-
gonna bring 3 at a time.
Yeah, so you're going to have
Got
anybody in there will be escorted.
Mm-hmm.
right.
And the
Right.
others will still be doing their training
In the other mansion.
Until Athgar's thing
until
runs
it wears off.
out. So I would like to contact the alchemist gnome and have him meet us back before Athgar's thing runs out so he can also make a training center.
Smart.
Is that okay?
Mhm.
Yep.
Should I do that now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I cast something.
Sending.
Do we know where he's been at? Have we contacted him? Has he? Okay. Crippity crap.
As best you can all recall, none of you saw him during
Who? Saw who?
Master Chube.
He's probably hanging out in his
the
mansion.
gnome?
Yeah. Like, he wasn't in any of the clan halls.
Probably hanging out in his mansion.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Ober's Great Ascending to Master Tube,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, "Hey, how you been? It's Zorith.
Nikki.
Hey, how you been? It's Nikki. Hey, what up? Hey, what up? It's me."
What is up, girl? It's good to hear from you.
Okay. Master Tube, hello, it's Zorith.
Oh, hello.
Where are you currently?
I am in my shop. I am working on various potions that Fen told me would maybe come in useful.
Okay.
Why?
So I have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I very briefly explain what we need. Another mansion built on the idea of a training ground. It's an ordeal, but we're going to do the best we can.
And
But I'd
you
like
have
you to
one that I can look at.
Yes, but we have one that you can currently look at, yes.
And where
But
would I
you-
find this one?
But you'll need to come to the main clan house.
Are you still in the council chambers?
That's where we are, yes.
Good.
And I will have oh no.
What?
But
Sorry? What?
Athgarr didn't set permissions, so he can't actually get in there and see. Right?
I don't know.
We'd have to try it. Can we grab some rando and see if we can get them in there? I mean,
If
there were
one
a
of us
lot of.
opens the door, can they see in?
I mean, there were a lot of people coming and going, including the orcs. So it may have been left open.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have been able to judge DM ruling on this.
you don't know.
So annoying.
Well, we would have discussed it with Athgarr, considering he wouldn't have asked every single orc's name getting in. So we would have been there when he was letting people in.
Well, you explained the situation to him, and he cast his mansion in such a way that the orcs could get in. But you do not know the specifics.
We're just going to have to try it.
Bo was in there.
Can we send a message to Athgarr?
I think he's occupied.
Yeah.
I will do my damnedest to explain, and if it's a little bit different, that's even better because it will be a different type of training.
Right.
That will be like...
Oh, it's the fish people.
Right, it looks like the coast of Belinamard.
Right, with fish people
And then
coming out of the water.
the unseen servants, right, are just fish people that keep
Yes.
Right.
going up. But it could be another kind of...
Could you say
Invader.
this is the level 10? They won't know what that means, but that's okay.
Oh my god, my brain.
But we do have the two paladins in there, so if we can't get in, then we can send a message to them.
Well, we can get in. It's just Master Tube.
Right.
So when we
So-
open the door, can you see inside a magic mansion? If you're not on the list.
I
If
think
the door
all
is
you see is a
open.
glowing doorway. I don't think you can
Okay.
actually see inside.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So while I'm talking to him, I say, we have one you can look at. If not, I will explain it to you. But I would be very appreciative if you could come over now, and then maybe you'll be able to get back to your things. I know approximately when we need to make the new one. I'm assuming.
Give me 15 minutes, and then I will leave. I get things simmering. I can leave them for a while.
Perfect. And I will be waiting for you
All right.
outside one of the mansions.
I will
And-
see
and
you soon.
approximately- Yeah, great. Okay, I tell them about the mansion possibility, and I say I will go through and can
Can you cast that spell again?
I can.
Do you want to ask what's his name?
Who
What's
was
going
his
on
name?
in Thunder's Edge? You're not boyfriend.
Oloric?
Thank you, Aloric.
My not boyfriend. Ouch.
I know his name.
Your unboyfriend.
That was Pam, and Arabelle.
That was my
Arabelle
very-
knows Aloric's name.
My very unboyfriend.
Maybe ask what the heck is going on in Thunder's Edge.
Well,
Maybe not, though, if it's not known.
yeah, you might not
Yeah.
want to share that information if it's not common knowledge. Not that he wouldn't be discreet, but
He might actually have talked to Aralahkis. But that's a fine line, which will
Yeah, we'll just have to
cross
wait till we get there.
later. God, later. 5 days from now, because we're busy for the next 4.
unless I can get away.
We do have an extra person, Gwen, but why don't we
I'll
see
be
how
here.
today goes? And
Right.
and then we're gonna have to set up a camp in the desert for the orcs.
Right.
How far are we setting it up? We're going to set it up close to the southern, right? Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. It's so overwhelming right now in my brain.
Well, let's start with day 1 and we'll go from there.
How far out was the camp that we rescued Gwen from?
It was like
was-
half a day.
Oh, okay.
It was a ways.
Because we cleared that out, but I don't of the Jaggervanans, but are the tents still there?
And then knowing what we know now, how far is that encampment away from the closest way we know to be the camp, the big camp.
You don't know.
I thought we had an idea of where the camp was.
A very vague general direction somewhere much further south. But no one who's gone looking has come back.
But it's beyond, like, where Gwen's family lives and stuff, right?
Well,
I mean,
it's
so...
the opposite direction.
Okay.
The oasis is west-southwest.
Okay.
And the Temple of Jagravanan is somewhere deep south.
Right. So that where Gwen was isn't, like, in Jagravanan, like, land.
Were you asking
where
she was imprisoned or where her family is?
Where she was imprisoned.
Yeah, that was south, but that was only like half a day south.
Right. So it would be far enough that all the, at least while we were getting them trained, all the people in Thunder's Edge wouldn't look in their backyard and see orcs. If there's anything still there, who knows with the weather. It's been months, but
yeah,
might be. Maybe there's tents we could move then, or reset up if they're laying in the ground or something. How big are the, because I know we've been in them, the far towers? Is that what they're called?
Oh, the far signal towers.
Yeah. How big are they?
They're big enough that they can house like a dozen soldiers. But that's with the idea that all 12 will never be sleeping at the same time.
Right. All right. Can I ask a out-of-character mechanics question?
Of course.
Are we going to have to play through talking out all of this with 47 orcs?
You will not.
Thank you. Okay. It's like, we're going to be doing this for 6 weeks.
No.
All right. Perfect.
Nope. The fact that you all don't want to play through it tells me that no one wants to watch us go through it. So we won't be doing that.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So we flip to Jeff describes things.
Yay!
Love it.
Master Tube comes over. You are able to get him in the mansion.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
And he spends about an hour in there just walking around, kind of trying to avoid the orcs, but looking at everything, seeing how everything is working, and then tells you that he thinks he can replicate it, but he's going to change it up so it's
a new scenario.
Sahuagin, or however you say their name, instead of Kuatoa. Which is just another kind of fish person.
Perfection.
And he's actually going to make it so that it's the docks instead of shoreline.
That's smart.
Yeah.
And I thank him profusely. He may go back. I tell him approximately when it's going to run out,
okay.
like 30 minutes before it's going to run out or whatever, so he can be here and he can go do the rest of his spells and alchemy things.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this in full random fashion. I'm going to roll a d4. Leslie,
Yes.
high or low?
Hi.
Okay. Of the 12 that you are able to do in the first day, 4 of them do not appear ready to play nice.
To terms of degree of force, or just irritated and subdued?
Irritated and subdued. They're basically 4 that you would not feel comfortable taking to the camp.
Out of how many?
12.
That's good.
That's really
Wow.
Nice rolls.
good. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's awesome.
They go to prison.
Right. Okay. Keep in mind, the mansion only lasts 24 hours, and then everybody has to leave and go back in.
Yes.
Right.
So the ones that you're putting in prison still need to leave and get put back in
No,
every 24 hours.
I know. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I
So
know.
we should be able to. How long did it take to get through the 12?
Yeah.
4 hours?
Okay, so we should be able to do the next 12 first thing in the morning while both mansions are still within the 24 hours.
Yes.
So then we'll have the bad ones, and maybe we can call someone with gate that we know to take them to
Well,
jail.
keep in mind, gate opens itself onto a random location on the target plane.
Oh no.
How did Mother Tassa get to us then?
Well, getting to you is not difficult because your plane is limited to the confines of the mansion. So she shows up in different places in the mansion, but she still shows up in the mansion. But when she gates out, she then has to teleport home from wherever she ends up.
Oh, that's crappy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Me either.
that's how gate works.
No one told us.
Well, none of you can
Yeah,
cast it yet.
Okay.
Okay, so how are we gonna get these orcs to prison?
General
And-
consensus of the 8. They're, I mean, we have to do a little bit of.
when the Thuilnu's influence is removed, they immediately become suspicious and hostile.
Defensive, right?
When the second memory modification is removed, they suddenly become a lot more like Mar, kind of really bewildered. And,
Confused.
I mean, you've basically just undone the belief system of their entire life.
Mm-hmm.
How nice of us.
And they are kind of at a loss. And when you suggest to them that, there might be something that they could do that would be helpful, that would get them fed and clothed and paid, and, they would be treated well, they would not be intimidated, they wouldn't be forced to, fight each other for rank, that sort of thing.
Can we bring, what was the name of the one orc that
Mar.
we've already, could we bring him in to be part of that discussion?
Sure.
Because it's going to mean a lot more coming from him
Mm-hmm.
than it will
Mhm.
coming from us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily.
Okay.
Gather
And
the
then-
8 in one room and have Mar explain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this is interesting and difficult, but if you can give us a little bit of time, we will bring someone in who will explain it better.
And they do. The fact that, you've put them in a room where there's, comfy furniture and there's food and drink and, they're being treated decently says a lot.
Okay.
All right. Let's see who's gonna pick this time. Oh, Leslie again. Okay. I rolled 2 2s. So high or low?
Hi.
Yeah. All 12. Not gonna be good.
Oh no.
Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is it?
It's okay.
Because we
We
have
should probably talk to Warbender about where we're going to put these orcs.
Well, and I was just gonna say, is it gonna be Nook that is gonna be the one that's in charge of them?
Nook. Right? Not Nook. Nook.
Whatever her name is.
Sorry.
That's okay, because here's the
All right.
deal. We're saying that we're going to pay them a wage, put someone in charge of them.
Well, okay,
who is
yeah.
that going to be? I mean, we
Right.
have to have a discussion.
Oh, the ones we're training, not the bad ones.
Yes.
Right. We have to have a discussion that first night before we do the second day with Warbender. I mean, like, we're going to have to.
Yeah. Okay, so let
Wait.
me. Sorry.
Wait. That's okay. Like, can we do that, Jeff, before we do the second days? I mean, like, we've got the written down, which the second day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can communicate, and
What does Warbender say?
that it'll take some doing. They don't have facilities to handle as many as you've already got that you need to bring, let alone more. But
Okay.
he said that it's possible that at least they could get some sort of outdoor stockade built relatively quickly that could be like a temporary camp until they
Okay.
figure out something else.
Okay. Should we ask, will he talk to Nuck also? Or whomever he feels he can put in charge of orcs that won't be.
He has someone that he can put in charge. He indicates that Nuck is unavailable at the moment.
She busy.
So we're talking to him about Aermagh containing them. I'm talking about also Aermagh, who's going to be in charge of the good orcs.
That would probably be somebody from Thunder's Edge, I would think.
Maybe one of the two.
Maybe our paladin friends can help with that.
Right. I'm just trying to think of all of the... My brain is a million places, so I'm just trying to gather all of my...
Yep.
Is it?
So what are we going to do when the 24 hours runs out?
Yeah, you've got 16 that you're going to need to corral and then put back.
Do we ask the other orcs for help?
That might be asking a lot. Can we teleport them?
7 at a
Somewhere?
time.
What?
7
at a time.
Or we can circle them somewhere because you can push them in that amount of time, but we have to tie them up. Let's hope we detained them.
Can't. My brain is at max capacity right this second.
So how about we teleport circle them?
Where are we gonna put them? The
I have
circles
to-
come out in places. That's the only.
I have to have a...
I've used up most of my spells.
Mm-hmm.
I have not. But also I have to know where to put them. Because, I mean,
Right.
Our house? Like, our
Okay.
house is the only circle that's...
Okay.
In order to take a whole bunch, it has to be to a circle, right?
Yes.
DM, okay.
Yes.
So...
Ooh, wait. How many orcs can fit in tiny hut?
10.
I have tiny hut.
Twice? I don't know if you can cast it twice. I think it's just once.
Okay.
And the issue is that tiny hut will keep people out, but it won't keep people in.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Scheiße.
Pam, you got an idea?
Okay, so when I look at gate, it says you conjure a portal linking an unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location on a different plane. So if we put her in, if she's with us in the mansion, then she can open the gate there to somewhere, right?
Can she get back to it, is the question.
No, she's in the mansion with us, and gates to opens the gate to the place in Aermagh. So then we can put them, like the door would basically, like we open the door, but the door's the gate, and as they come rushing out, they'll go into their stockade.
Yeah.
But the stockade's not built yet.
That's
Hang
true.
on.
That's true. They're working
Well,
on
for
it.
for the first one,
What?
Okay. They changed gate.
Oh.
We don't have it though, right?
No.
just
So-
Mother Tassa
Okay.
has used it for us
Yeah.
to come visit us. So we'd have to ask her for help.
I say we just, have Zori call Mother Tassa and say, here's our situation. And ask her for advice.
Well, what if the Chub, is that his name?
Tube.
Chub.
Yes.
So there's less orcs now in the other one, right? We've got half the orcs out.
Right.
So can he divide his mansion into, have a locked room in there, and then the other orcs and still have room to do the thing?
How do we march them through?
No. And then have Mother Tassa gate from one mansion to the other, because those are different planes. So if she sees both where the rooms are in both mansions, she should be able to open a gate between the two.
Conceivably.
So we could just move them from the one locked room to the other locked room in the other mansion.
Yes.
That is a smarty part pants thing.
Yeah.
If she'll do it for us. But she usually says yes.
But it's also orcs.
She
Well-
knows that, but we had talked to her about the orcs at some point, right?
We had.
I'm
Right.
laughing though because
She wanted to eat them,
she
but
still does, I'm sure.
or she could find us some dragons to eat them.
I mean,
Were there any that we had to beat up?
Dispatch.
None that you had to kill. Some that you had to physically subdue.
Got it. Okay,
Thwap.
subduing's fine.
Bo discovered that summoning his draconic spirit worked really well.
I
nice.
bet.
Oh, he can do that to chase them from one room to the other.
Yes. Is everybody ready for me to call Mother Tassa?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
that's our
best option at this point.
Oh, yes.
I call Mother Tassa.
Hello, dear.
Oh, dear.
We need to just call her to say hi sometimes.
Hi.
How are things? Have you freed the town?
Town is freed.
Oh,
Oh.
excellent.
Speaking of which, could you put a pin in that and come back to how the town is taking it day 2 later?
Sure.
Good
I
news,
explained-
bad news.
Yeah, good news, bad news. We have 8 that are ready to fight for freeing slaves in the southern desert. We have 16 that are not. I explain about the 2 rooms to each other.
There are only 24 people left in the city.
24 orcs.
Left in the... I would have explained the mansions. I mean, like what we were doing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bare bones everything, because otherwise it would take too long.
All right.
This is what we did. This is how many we had to subdue. Magic Mansion expires. Push them through from one locked room to another.
Well, certainly that's a possibility.
Do you have a different possibility idea in mind?
Food?
To eat them?
Yes.
Okay. We're trying not to. They will be jailed and they will be given the chance to rectify their attitudes. And then if not, we can see if snack time is available.
Very well.
And then I ask her if she can do it at this time, specific time. Whatever that specific time is.
Yes. I can
Okay.
I can work that into my schedule.
Is there anything else I need to ask / tell her?
Thank her.
Yes. Thank her very much.
Well, the Mithril Sept is doing good work, and all of the other septs recognize that, so there will be no issues with my lending you aid again.
Oh. Is this something that... Is this new?
Well, were it not for the fact that you are doing such wide-ranging and positive things, it might be seen as favoritism on my part.
But we are your favorites. Right? I'm not talking to her. So.
I know. Is that a problem? Because the problem I see it is that we're not dragons that can like shape change and stuff like that, so we don't have the same kind of access to some things. And you're really not favoritism. You're just taking care of the poor lowly humans and elves, non-dragons.
Well, you don't have the ability to shape change yet. And I don't know if all of you will, but you will.
Very awesome. Can't wait. You're just taking pity. You're just taking pity on us poor non-draconian sept members.
As long as you are clear that that is not the case.
That's not the case. If we had someone else who could help us, we would totally call them too. Unfortunately. All right. Thank you. We will see you when it is time to port.
Very well.
Thank you. A bunch. And done.
When the time comes,
Okay.
she arrives. You make the arrangements.
With Master Tube.
Yes.
Okay.
He brings the 24, 23 remaining orcs out, recasts the mansion, tells them that this time they'll be They'll be drilling in close quarter fighting.
Ooh.
And he explains to you that's to explain away the fact that it's not as large an area.
Right.
And then he sets up the other room.
Mother Tassa would go and see where she's going.
Right.
Okay.
And then she casts the gate.
Bo makes his draconic thing and pushes them through.
Yup. At which point, Mother Tassa reminds him that she could have just shapeshifted and told them to go through. But
Hindsight.
yeah.
Bo needs to feel like he's scaring the orcs, though.
He probably enjoyed it.
Yep.
She would enjoy it as well.
Well, but she might not limit herself to just enjoying a scare.
That's what I actually thought. Little chompy chomperson. Couldn't be helped.
Well, sometimes you need a snack, and
Or
sometimes
you
you
know,
need to
Toothpick.
show.
a little
Sometimes you need to show your.
a little
This is how to
parboiling
keep it.
just because.
Well,
Sometimes you feel like an orc. Sometimes you don't.
Right. But also to show to keep them in line. I don't know. Did anybody give us super griefy hassle? Okay.
No.
How is day 2?
Well, Nikki, high or low?
High.
Split right down the middle.
With what?
6
Half.
6 good, 6 added to the jail cell.
Oh, okay. 6 good, 6 bad. What is that? 24? Oh,
And then there are 11 left. And Annette,
Me?
high or low? Or the last group.
Oh, low.
Of the 11, there are 5 that you can keep and 6 that need to go to the stockade.
No, that's not bad.
that's quite a bit.
That's
12 and 16.
19 total good and 28 not good.
Mm-hmm.
well,
That's not bad.
everyone we save, right?
Well, and 19 people to help fight Jagravanans isn't bad.
No, that's great.
19 orcs working against a Jagravanan bandit crew will be, I don't want to say overkill, but I mean, like, maybe 2 sets of 8 would be enough to take care of some business down there. Right? I mean, like, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I mean, like, we have a harder time because we're not as, but anyhow, doesn't matter. Okay.
They're sturdy.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
We contact Warbender to see if the temporary stockade is up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me of 28 orcs.
I tell him we have 20 orcs.
And he tells you that, they can do it. It's going to be a little cramped, but he's not real concerned about orcs being uncomfortable.
And we thank him for... We have explained that they have been stripped of both. I mean, like, we did the whole conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knows that they are... Okay. Now, how are we going to get them there?
We have to gate them there too, right?
Yeah.
From the mansion.
So she's going to have to go to Aermagh, check out the stockade. Oh, she can do from one plane to the next fixed places, right? We did
Yes,
decide that?
yes.
Okay. As long as she knows where she's going.
Mhm.
But I don't know how many times she can do it.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can get all 28 of them through in one casting.
Okay, lovely.
And then the next step will be to get the 19 down to Thunder's Edge.
The portal is a circular opening anywhere between 5 and 20 feet in diameter. You choose. And it's open for a minute.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so now here, okay. Are we taking care of that? Is that what we're doing? Meanwhile, we're checking in with the people, the clan people. That's what I was saying about.
Yep.
Okay.
The, well, who are you checking in with?
Ben, probably?
Okay.
Just to try to see how the state of affairs of the town is while we're totally...
About a quarter of the people have left the clan halls to return home, but 3/4 of them are still being tended.
Okay.
And he estimates that, it's going to be probably 2 or 3 weeks before everybody is able to sort of resume normal life.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, there are going to be periodic difficulties that they'll have to deal with.
Okay. 2 thoughts.
And then I have a question after that.
Okay. Do we bring the kid from the bar back?
If he wants to.
Okay. Right. Is he going to be working for Viessa?
Dunno.
Ooh.
I could have sworn we had talked about it before we left.
We did.
I think that she was going to try to recruit him during the time that he spent with her, but we don't know what the outcome is, and she's not going to tell us.
That's up to him.
Okay, so then at some point, we should try to get him back into town if he wants to come. That's a point.
Mhm.
Second point being... How many? 19? We could take the 19 good orcs and put them in our house until we can figure out where we're putting them in the... I mean, we got to get them, equipped and, oh. No, they're all real ready to go.
Right. No?
No.
Well, aren't they? They've been acting as guards.
Some of them. But, some of them were shopkeepers, and some of them were,
The farmers.
street sweepers and farmers and
does
goat herders.
Does the 19 include Mar?
No,
that'd be
Mar would make 20.
Okay.
Nice. It's a good little army.
Nerf herders.
Okay. Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure that we talked about the kid from the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should take the orcs into our house in town. I think we should take them south of town, and we'll figure out some tents or something.
Well, the only reason I say in town is because I can get all 20 at once.
Right.
But I can definitely take them back and forth. I can come back and forth.
We have, this is something where a tiny hut would be useful, right?
But you can only fit 10 in tiny hut.
You have to
We
cast
could
it.
cast it more than once.
Or cast the mansion down there that maybe looks like a tent and sand inside or something.
Yeah.
It's been 4 days since we freed the town.
How they doing?
Well, that's what they just went over, but when were we expecting Safrina to roll in?
Oh, yeah.
She may have already.
Lord.
We've been busy.
We have.
Well, when we're talking to Fen, can we ask about Safrina?
Oh, the cleric of Balmus. Yes, she arrived 2 nights ago. She went directly to the temple.
I would like to go see her.
Do you need backup?
She's not going to attack me. I mean, if you guys want to see her, I just don't know if it would Vines, maybe?
Yeah.
Or if he wants to go back to the Temple of Phahros.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Probably not.
If I can trouble someone for a very strong drink first, I think I can
I got
go.
you.
I have some ElfAquist still left.
I would do the trick.
Mm-hmm.
Sure could.
While you're looking into Safrina, Zorith, would you help me to send a message to Athgarr?
Absolutely. I would imagine that we will have tried to contact him at some point through these 4 days.
Every night.
Yeah. Trying to get an update from him. But we obviously didn't say that because we've been busy, but
Right.
even talking about it. So yes, I will send a message.
Can you set it up so that I could send him a message?
I can set it up so it will be the 3 of us in there.
That's fine.
Okay. So I greater sending it.
Okay.
So,
I point at her.
Athgarr, are you available to speak?
Huh? Yes. Yes. I'm here.
I hate to bother you when I know this must be a difficult time, but is there any word, any update?
He hasn't regained consciousness.
Do they know what seems to be the issue?
Old age.
Oh. I didn't realize his health was frail.
Neither did we.
The last time... Hi, sorry, I'm in this conversation as well.
Oh, hello, Zora.
The last time it was magical. Have they checked all the magical things?
Oh, yes. As have I. As has Sten. We still
there-
haven't found Aralahkis. I've tried to contact him. It doesn't work. I tried to locate him. It doesn't work.
What do you need at this point? Do you need any assistance?
I'm just waiting for it to be over.
Lost sound there.
Oh, I'm just waiting for it to be over. He hasn't said anything, he hasn't opened his eyes, but when I first got here, I took his hand and told him I was here and that I would stay if he wanted, and he squeezed my hand. And so I've stayed.
How are you doing?
I really wish Aralahkis was here. All I've been able to find is that I am not going to be able to locate him.
Has someone attempted to scry
Yes, I did.
and you were unable to find him?
Correct. Sending spells have not connected with him. And I know there's a chance if he's on another plane that it won't work, but consistently several people have tried and none of us have been able to contact him.
Well, if you were on another plane, that
There
it
would
wouldn't
be,
matter who tried.
There would be a minor chance that the sending would not work. But for all attempts to have failed, I don't understand.
Did you find out from anyone where he last was before he disappeared?
No one's seen him for close to a week. Sten said he was researching.
Where?
He didn't tell her either. He simply said, if you need me, contact me, and I'll come back.
Does she know what he was working on?
No. A new spell.
History check? Oh, God. 10. I cannot remember, Nikki. So Zorith is trying to remember if sending and all those things came in to the forest, underground forest.
Yeah.
Okay. Including that little back room with the fancy plants and trees?
Yeah.
Poop!
I had the same thought. I was just getting ready to message you. I was like, I bet he's in that temple.
Other than somehow finding Aralahkis, is there anything else that would be of help?
Not that I can think of.
Have you made your peace with your father as best you can in this situation?
I've talked to him, but the clerics can't tell me if he's actually able to hear what I say or not.
If there's anything that you need or anything that would make this transition in Thunder's Edge easier, let me know and I will be there.
If you have time, if you could try contacting Aralahkis. It's not that I don't trust the people here, but you all have shown time and again you're able to do things no one else can.
I will give it every attempt.
Thank you.
Don't hesitate to contact us. To contact me.
I won't.
I'm sure our 2 minutes are up.
Yep.
I'm gonna do it again. If you'd like, I will bill you in again.
Sure.
Ringy-dingy. Ringy-dingy once. Hello again.
One ringy-dingy.
One ringy-dingy. Just wanted to update you, by the way, and I give him a quick rundown of what happened. I know you're super busy, but it's...
I appreciate you letting me
something
know.
that, yeah. So we're going to put a pin in trying to get somebody to watch them. It's...
I will send someone to see if that camp is still there and what shape it's in.
And what do you recommend about someone watching them? Do you want to take Mar? And, I mean, because they're not all fighters. Right? Am I getting this right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But You would also know that they were originally.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Never mind then.
Their time under the Thuilnu's influence had them doing things they have never done before.
Right.
Like, working on fishing boats and farming.
Got it. Should we take Mar as the one in charge, the captain or the whatever?
Spokesperson.
Because, I mean, like, who's to say they're not just going to freaking walk away?
That's a good point.
And I'm sorry to bother you with this, but because it's Thunder Edgy.
No.
Close to Thunder Edge.
It's not the only things I've had to deal with. Essentially, I'm in charge here now.
Right. So all of these things will go through you anyway.
I will ask Sten to contact probably Captain Warbender and ask if he can dispatch a squad to serve as guards. People that will handle this odd situation well. And
Well, you are in our thoughts. We've been busy, but we've also been thinking of you and trying not to overly burden you with information, as I know this is a difficult time.
The distraction's not the worst thing. At least it's something else to think about. And a way to feel useful, because sitting here I certainly don't.
Well, we miss you and we're thinking about you.
Thank you.
And Thunder's Edge is lucky to have you.
Not all of them feel that way, but
Is there trouble?
just grumbling. Technically, I have no authority because my father is still alive. Technically, it should be Aralahkis. But because he's not here, I've had to step in. But there are some who feel that this is inappropriate, that it's too soon, that it's a violation of clan law. Mostly the doctrinaires.
You're sure it wouldn't help to have reinforcements?
Even those who are in opposition are at least being polite about it because of the situation.
Understood. Well, we'll do our best to try to reach him.
Thank you. And good luck.
Stay in touch. Sign off.
All right.
You guys fill us in.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the orcs are contained at the moment, correct? Bad orcs are gone. The good orcs are eating and drinking and
Waiting for orders.
Mm-hmm.
but kind of adjusting to their life, right?
Right.
We need to go to Thunder's Edge.
Yeah.
We can come back in the evening, sleep in the mansion, and recast it in the morning, but we should go. So if
Yeah.
we can wait, we should go. You need to be there for Athgarr. We need to be there for Athgarr. We need to find Aralahkis.
Since we have Mother Tassa here, would she have any ability to contact to send a message on another plane? More so than we would?
Greater sending does, right? Because it works from the mansion.
Regular sending does.
Right.
Well,
There's a 5% chance if you're crossing planes that it won't work. But that's it.
But if it's
only
failing
5%.
every time, then that's
Yeah.
something else.
And that's what Mother Tassa has.
What about, does she have the ability to scry? That, at a higher level than
I can scry.
It's the same spell.
the same spell?
I wonder, doesn't he have, like we do, though, the amulet? I don't know that. Can he be scried on?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I
It's a
cannot
matter of-
imagine.
It's a matter of if he's wearing it. I mean,
Yeah,
he
I can't
owns
imagine
one.
that Aralahkis doesn't have words against scrying on him with his. Maybe not, but that doesn't worry me as much as the sending.
Well,
But
let me-
he was in that gem, we couldn't send or anything either.
What gem?
Remember when Aralahkis was missing before, and they put him in that weird like stasis thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was like locked inside a gem. The Jaggerbanans hid him like somewhere,
Yeah. That's
and we
true.
had to get him out.
Is
Well,
there
I
is
want
there
to
a
pray.
spell that would locate him?
I can only find him if we're in 1,000 feet. I would like to pray. I get
I
any
would do the
sense of
same.
where he is. But I don't know, I feel like I want to do that when we're in Thunder's Edge. A connection of some kind.
Well, I don't know what temples there are there as opposed to here.
That's true.
Um,
I can go to here and pray before we go.
there's a temple for Costas here, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Balmus and Torora.
Let's see. There is not. Balmus, Torora, and Dressfiend.
No. Well, I can try scrying.
Go for it. Is there a temple for Costas in Thunder's Edge?
I can take you to. Ooh, I was gonna say I can take you to the sanctum if you'd like.
We could go to the Sanctum and then go from there to Thunder's Edge because it's all circles.
Correct.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
So we need to wrap up our situation here.
And we'll be back later, but
Well, we will leave the paladins here.
right, we've got
And-
the orcs are here for now.
Bo and Vines volunteer to stay as well.
It's good. They can spell the
Right.
paladins and stuff.
And then may we make arrangements with Tube. We'll give him some money or something
Okay.
to come back and cast the mansion a couple times while we're gone.
Okay. All right. In Thunder's Edge, there is a temple to Eidos. There is a temple to Dressfiend. There is a temple to Phahros. There is a temple to Balmus.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna have to be
No Costas.
the sanctum. Right?
Um,
They have one in the sanctum, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
To Costas?
Yep.
Okay. So what do I have to do to scry, babe?
Cast the spell.
I cast the spell.
Paladins will stay behind.
And
They
if
choose.
D&D Beyond would make it easy to find it, that would be lovely.
You know
There
what you
we
don't
go.
have to do to scry?
Roll.
Yeah.
You know what I was talking about?
That was so
Um,
funny.
Critical Role, they had this big elaborate rolling thing they were gonna scry. They rolled, they got really good rolls. They're like, what do we need to do now? And Matt's like, well,
Nothing.
you didn't need to roll for it, so
He's like, I roll.
it was
Yep.
this huge elaborate thing, and
They're like, roll well, roll well.
All right.
It's so cute.
So you cast Scry,
Mm-hmm.
and what are you casting it on? You need, like a crystal ball or a bowl of water or something.
Bowl of water.
Okay.
I like the bowl of water.
Okay. You cast it, and it immediately gets cloudy in the bowl.
Okay.
And it's sort of like swirling clouds, like, about to snow kind of looking.
Okay.
And usually the clouds part and you see what you're scrying on.
Uh-huh.
This time the clouds never part.
Dude.
Well,
Well, what? Well, water?
yeah, there's no way to ask this without giving it away. Who has Gaygo's gem?
I do. I was just gonna say that because I.
Yeah, I thought about her because they got a thing.
I was going to because I just went through my inventory to see what I had, and I just got Orb of the Desert, calls Gaygo.
Okay. Yeah, the clouds, Tasha, the clouds do not part.
Arabelle,
I got nothing.
Will you remind me of Gaygo then?
Yeah, I had it on my list as an option when we were talking about the orcs too. We should check in with Gaygo. She might have a better connection than Mother Tassa.
So I take care of the orb. Hello. Long time no talk to.
Well,
hope everything
hello
is good.
there. Yes, it has been some time. Now, are you doing regular sending or greater sending?
I thought Orb with the Desert.
Oh, that's right. No. Orb with the Desert just means you can get through.
Oh.
You still have to cast a spell.
Oh,
Oh.
well, then greater sending.
Okay.
Well, hello. It's been some time. I hope you've been keeping well.
We have a bit of a dilemma.
Oh, something I can help with.
Time out. Okay.
Arabelle, would you have said anything about their relationship to me?
What I said was that they have more of a connection than Mother Tassa would.
Okay. So we are requiring a sending spell to try to contact Aralahkis, and we know that you have a much greater.
Oh, he's right here.
For frick's sake.
I can relay a message easily enough.
Tremane's dying. Get your ass back to the keep.
Yes.
I relay that Tremane is very ill, and they have been looking for him for over a week. By the way, congratulations. Or I hope you've been having a fine time. And
It's been a long time since I've trained someone, but he's coming along well.
Is he getting to learn all the draconic secrets before I get to learn the draconic secrets?
Focus.
Tremaine dying. Get his ass back to the keep.
Can you cast 9th ranked magic yet?
Let me check.
No.
8th. I'm only on 8th.
Be nice.
Then it's simply a matter of you have not progressed to the point where I can train you as well, although I imagine our training will be somewhat different.
I giggle, and then I bring it back to Tremaine. And
Say he's dying. He's not just ill. He's like on his deathbed.
So I say he's dying then. And
you sense that she's mentally away from your conversation for a moment.
Correct.
And then a moment longer. And finally she comes back after a good 60 seconds.
Well, I haven't heard swearing like that since the war. He's departed, heading back home. I think this might be my fault. I forgot to tell him that my cavern is warded.
It's okay. I'm glad we were able to find him and send him back. I'm trying to think.
This is the Lord of the city, yes.
It is the Lord of the city, yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
I also just want to very briefly, and I might be running out of...
Yeah, you probably got about 30 seconds tops.
No, I might be running out of Greater Sending. I think I
okay.
still have one left.
Okay.
No, I have 2 left.
You might need them for whatever we're doing next.
Well, I at least need one more. And I'm going to say, hold on. And then I Greater Send and I say, very briefly, you're about to have orcs down in your area. And I explain super quick what happened, what we decided. They're trying to go after the Jargrafonans to help free the slaves.
Please don't need them.
Please don't eat them.
Mother Tassa recognizes that we're Morocondri, and please don't eat them.
Who knew that there would be orcs who would oppose slavery?
I've explained the double whammy that they suffered, etc.
Well,
Best I could in 2 minutes.
I will be interested in meeting these new orcs.
Okay.
But I congratulate you on your ingenuity of turning your enemy into a weapon against another enemy. That's sound strategy.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well. We actually have not been good with contacting people that we know, and people thought we were dead. So, thanks for not thinking we were dead.
Well, no.
And
Tassa told us. We get weekly updates on the activities of the Mithril Sept.
Oh, I love that.
well,
It's like there's a dragon newsletter. That's awesome.
And
This
we are
week on Draconic News.
what is that pesky Mithril Sept doing?
What are they
Those-
up to this time?
Those kids.
I bet
What are
we're
they-
entertaining some weeks.
I think they spend a lot of time face palming.
What did we do?
What idea was this anyway? These Septi kids.
How did
Okay.
they ever save us?
Right.
Whole lot of
So-
luck.
All right.
And a little divine intervention.
And a little divine intervention. So I thank you. I hope you had a really good time.
I did.
I am very glad.
It's been a long time.
I only wish you happiness.
Well, I appreciate that. Let's just say, so far, so good.
Excellent. Thank you. Have a wonderful
Oh,
day. We'll let you know about meeting the orcs.
I look forward to it.
Great. And I relay everything and
Okay.
giggle my way halfway through it.
We're
While you're-
leaving the mansion and drawing the circle while you're telling.
Yes. And can you also, can we
Send
really
one to
quickly
Athgarr.
do a sending to Athgarr and just let him know
Absolutely.
that he's been found and is on his way?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Athgarr, Tasha, we found your boy. He should be along shortly. You're welcome.
Wow.
It's a little saucy considering.
I mean, like, his dad is dying.
Sorry.
I don't know how you did it, but all of Thunder's Edge owes you yet another debt. Thank you.
Want to ask him where he was?
We're not gonna That's up to him.
I don't mean for it to be saucy. I'm just still laughing. So, you know.
Right, but how does this come off to the dude who's sitting next to his dying father?
He's like, Tassa, whatever. You know, that Tasha, she's just crazy.
Okay, so we are now drawing a circle, taking the orcs to. Oh well, we don't know.
No,
if
we're
the
leaving the
camp is-
orcs. We're leaving the orcs. Just
Right.
us are going.
We're going. Okay.
Oh,
circle.
yeah, not taking orcs.
We paid Chubb to take care of the orcs.
Tube.
Choop.
Whatever. We say bye to Bo and Vines and tell them we'll be in touch soon.
And then we circle to the house.
Okay. You arrive at the house. It's a little dusty.
We were just here a little while ago.
Yeah, that's why it's not a lot dusty.
uh,
But it also looks undisturbed.
That's good. See, dust is useful.
Speaking of which, didn't we have some kind of wards on our house? Weren't we going to talk to them about helping us ward our house?
Mm-hmm. You were going to talk to someone about helping them.
We
with
have
your
not
house.
had time.
Nope.
Yeah, no, because we haven't had any.
I feel like
Some
we're going
time
to
off.
be in Thunder's Edge for a while, so we'll have
Could be. Could
We're going to
be.
be trading orcs. Gwen has to be here for Athgarr. We have to be here for Athgarr. We're not going anywhere for a while.
So I'm
All
going
right.
to head to the keep.
I think we probably all will, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
It is, let's see, this would probably be early afternoon.
You might want to send a message to your unboyfriend.
Me?
Yes.
No, not right now. We got other things to do.
Just so he knows that you're in town, so that it's not a surprise.
I take out my sound of sending.
Just arrived. Super busy. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
I'm in town. You heard it here first. Hi.
Hey, I'm in town. Got some errands and stuff to run. We're fine. Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.
I'm very glad you're here. When you see Athgarr, tell him our thoughts are with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, like a little bromance.
Right, Alorcans. I'm spelling it THOTS. PRYRS.
Your trip from the house to the keep draws slightly more attention than the last time you were here. But no one tries to stop you or talk to you. But it is very clear the city is noting your presence and your passage.
In a negative way, or the fact that we're here because
I
the
see.
city knows, right?
They're just they see you and they're like, "Oh, the four are here now."
Because the city knows that he is not well.
Clearly, the
You
word
would
has gotten
assume.
out.
And it probably is
I mean, Alora
cementing
too.
how dire it is if we've arrived.
Right.
Arriving at the keep, where do you go?
I'm heading for.
Arabelle, could you use your find person?
On who?
Athgarr.
Athgarr.
Okay.
That would
I
make the most sense, right?
Suggest we go to Sten's office first.
Oh, that's probably smart.
I don't know that all of us should just rush into Lord Tremane's bedchamber.
Great. We'll go to Sten first.
Okay. I've got to find my thing here.
Get all your Thunder's Edge info back on your main page.
Yep. Oh, I'm already there. I just needed to scroll for a minute to figure out where. Now all I got to do is find it on the map.
Gwen obviously knows where it is and should go to Athgarr, but the rest of us can check in with Sten.
Okay. You arrive at Aralahkis' office. You see that Sten's desk is unattended and Aralahkis' door is open.
Look inside.
You see Sten sitting at his desk, reading.
Hey, Sten.
Oh, you're here.
Go give her a hug.
This has been an absolute nightmare.
Is Aralahkis in with Tremane and Athgarr?
He's back?
Oh, right.
Yeah, we found him.
He's en route. I don't know if he's back yet.
Can he teleport? He should be able to teleport.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably in the room with them.
Well, Gwen, where are you going?
I'm going to go to Tremane's chamber.
Okay.
I won't just barge in.
Well, you get up there. The doors are closed. There's no guards.
I knock gently on the door. Just a quiet tap.
No response.
I knock a little bit louder.
Again, no response.
I ease the door open and peek around the door.
The room is empty.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. We need to ask.
All right. I'm going to hustle back to where the others are.
All right, so back in Aralahkis' office.
Yeah, they're not there.
Not where?
In Tremane's chambers.
Oh, no. No, they're at the Redeemed Holy House.
Redeemed Holy House.
Did he pass?
Like a hospital.
No, but they anticipate that won't be long. And so he's under the care of the priest of Phahros.
Okay. Then I head there.
Where we should head.
And what you realize is it's kitty corner from the forehome.
We'll go back.
But wouldn't
Well,
I
at least-
have known
at
that?
least-
I mean,
Yeah.
We didn't know he was at there, though. But at least Sten knows Aralahkis is back, so.
Yeah.
so we go there.
Okay. It is a massive black stone structure. It's very imposing. And there are guards posted at every entrance. Rykeliad.
We approach.
Yeah. They see you and immediately stand aside, open the door. One of them gives you directions to where to go once you're inside.
We'll hold back in the hallway from Gwen, and if they tell us where to go, then we're gonna just let Gwen go ahead of us and kind of just hang out. Or I will. I mean, like, I assume everybody will.
Okay, I go in.
Okay. It's basically down the hall. There's like a main sanctuary, and then the guards direct you left out of the sanctuary to a large room that the doors are open. As you step in, you can see that this room is actually not done up in the black that you've seen in the rest of the temple. This room actually looks much more normal. And there is a bed by an open window, and you see Lord Tremane laying on the bed, pale, still, eyes closed. And sitting right beside him is Athgarr, who has one of his father's hands in his, but he is turned away from his father and is in deep, intense discussion with a rather disheveled-looking Aralahkis. He looks dirty. Like, he looks like he's
Ridden
been
hard and put away wet?
No.
That's what I was gonna say.
No. He looks like he's been...
Playing in mud?
Well, it looks like he's been working at something to the point where he's completely lost track of sense of self and hygiene and...
Wow.
Got it.
Yeah, he probably doesn't smell very good right now either.
Yikes.
So I approach but maintain a respectful distance.
Well, as you walk in the door, Athgarr looks up and you see his eyes are red. He's pale. But it looks like he's just exhausted. And he says something to Aralahkis, who also looks up, and then he takes his father's hand and just pats it and kind of sits it down and gets up and walks over and just kind of folds you in a hug.
How are you?
Better than he is. But at least you found Aralahkis. I don't know exactly where he's been. He won't say, but he won't stop apologizing either.
He was busy.
Clearly.
I'm sure he'll fill you in on the pertinent details.
He says he didn't realize he couldn't be contacted where he was.
That is true. He didn't know. At least that's what Gaygo told us.
That's okay. Fine. Another time.
Mm-hmm.
So are the others here too?
They are. They are waiting outside.
Well, they're welcome to come in. There's really not much to see.
Well, you look exhausted. Have you slept?
Some.
Could one of us, perhaps Arabelle, sit with your father for a bit and give you a chance to get something to eat and get a little sleep?
I'm okay for now.
Okay. You know that she would notify you immediately if you were needed.
Of course, but I'm going to stay here.
Okay. Would it be best for Aralahkis to make himself presentable so that he can be ready if an announcement needs to be made?
And you see, really for the first time, that Athgar's really struggling to just try and figure out even some of the simplest things, because he wasn't prepared for this when he was rested.
Right.
And he just kind of like looks back at Aralahkis, who is looking a little better. He appears to be using prestidigitation to make himself a bit more presentable. And he walks up. What do you need me to do? I know that Sten needs your help. Things have been piling up and she wasn't prepared. I'm not. Yeah, I get it, boy. I get it. Alright. I'll be in my office. You need me? Contact me, send somebody. I'm not husbanding spells right now, so I'll be here. But your people are here too, so I know they'll take care of you. Let me go. Apologize to Sten and then see what I can do about getting the city back right.
Aralahkis, could I have a word before you leave?
Yeah, sure. Go sit with your father, boy. He just kind of nods and hugs you briefly one more time and then turns and slowly walks back over, sits down, takes his father's hand back in his and lowers his head. Fuck. I'm too old to be this stupid. I should have guessed.
I should have guessed what?
Something that old and that powerful's gonna ward their home. Didn't even think about it.
It was an honest mistake.
Some mistake.
Let's focus on what we can do right now. So,
Yeah.
it's been a while since there's been a change in the guard, so to speak. Remind me, should Tremane pass, what happens next?
Well, Lady Hill says he's going to pass.
Do we have any idea how long he has?
No, but he hasn't taken in any sort of food or water in days. So, it's just a matter of time. I'd say no more than another 4 days.
Okay.
Maybe sooner. I don't know. Nobody knows. Well, Phahros probably knows.
And then what would happen?
Then there'll be a conclave. The representatives from all the clans will get together, and there will be a discussion as to who should take over as the leader of all the clans. And then they will make their recommendations, and then it will be put to a vote for all members of all clans.
So not just for the Lion Clan?
No.
So he might not get.
Well,
I'm not there, but
yeah.
What about for the Lion Clan?
What about for the Lion Clan?
Is succession ensured?
They know Tremane intended the boy to take over. If you'd asked me last year, I'd have said there's no way in hell they'd give him their support. Now, I'd say there's no way in hell they won't.
Good.
His time running with you has done wonders for his reputation.
Well, there's that. What will he need to do to in the days after Tremane's passing? What will he need?
Well, he's gonna have some feathers to soothe. And that's my fault. So I'll be helping.
Whose?
The ones that are upset that he's been giving orders. It was supposed to be me. But I wasn't here, and Sten wouldn't realize that actually it fell to her. Because we've never had that talk. And that's another mistake on my part.
Can we gather them now?
There's no point.
We have to wait. Oh,
I'm just saying, so that they know that you're back.
Oh. I made sure everybody knew I was back.
Okay.
I did a full circuit before I landed.
Okay. So they have been appeased at least?
And I sent the word out through the Rykeliad and through the army folk, just to let everybody know.
Okay. Is there anything that can be done to prepare either Tremane or Athgarr for the days to come?
Well, Tremane's getting all the care he can here. I mean, that's what they do.
Right.
The boy's gonna need support.
What kind of support?
The personal kind. From you and the other three.
That he'll have.
Because I don't know where he's at in his head. We haven't had time. But I know that the last time the two of them talked, let's just say Tremane was not happy.
I know.
And I don't know, how's he been?
He's been okay. I think he had come to terms with... I think he had accepted that things with his father were never going to be what he hoped they'd be.
I hope so. If that's true, it'll be easier.
But that doesn't mean that he isn't very upset.
Well, of course not. But it'll be easier after. I mean, it's going to be hard, no matter what. But
It will.
because
But
there's going to be, in addition to all of that, there's going to be the state funeral. There will be dignitaries coming from everywhere. We'll have to heighten security because what a great time for the Joggervanans to attack.
right. I assume that you're on top of those things?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I assume Athgarr didn't come here with anything beyond what he carried. Does he need to have attire made for a state funeral?
No, he's... Well, I suppose if it doesn't fit, we can have it altered, but he's got stuff. He wasn't... He's filled out a little bit since the last time he had to wear it. But...
Maybe drop a message to his person.
Yeah.
And make sure that he's not having to deal with such mundane issues.
Well, there'll be a few days. They know how to preserve the body for a little while.
What can I do? Obviously, be here for him. That I'm doing. But beyond that, is there anything I can do to make this transition easier? Or the rest of us?
Well, you're definitely a known commodity here at this point, so maybe just let people know that, he couldn't reach me, and he did what he needed to do to keep the city running and keep its citizens safe. And anybody suggests otherwise, disabuse them of that notion. They'll believe you. They'll believe all of you.
Okay. Can I give you a bit of advice?
Yeah?
Go get cleaned up.
Yeah. Well,
You,
I haven't actually been in this shape for over a week. So...
I hope that it was worth it.
Ask me again when I don't feel like the biggest horse's ass in the world.
Well, you'll have an important few days ahead of you as well, so get some rest, get cleaned up, and let's get through the next week or so as best.
Yeah. I'm glad you four are here. Nothing's really going to make this easier, but this will at least make it a little smoother.
All right.
And he steps back, waves his hands, and mutters some arcane syllables and disappears. And that's probably a good place to stop for tonight.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So, albeit probably not how you intended, it looks like you are going to be spending some time in Thunder's Edge. Yeah. So, we'll deal with all of that next time. Thank you very much for your attention. We do appreciate it, and we hope that you'll come back and join us once again and let us welcome you back once more to the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.